Hey guys, so you're with FM Driving School and we've got some really good news. Let us know about it. What's happening? We passed first time?
Yeah.
Wicked, brother. Wicked, man. What are you saying?
Come on.
So tell us about the test. Tell us about the experiences. In fact, let's talk about COVID as well and
Yeah.
how it affected us. So we had a test booked before lockdown, right?
Yeah.
When was it?
When was it? So we had one rescheduled to March.
Yeah.
And then before that, it was in like November, I think it was, or December,
okay.
something like that.
Yeah.
So I had to move it off like
Yeah.
two, three times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they moved it to today, which is
No, I moved. So before the second lockdown happened,
Yeah.
no, the third lockdown, I moved it to June myself.
you moved it to
Yeah,
June
just-
because you knew the
'Cause
lockdown was about to
I had
happen.
a feeling like my mum was like, just do it. So I just moved it to June.
So you were basically ahead of the game. So you moved there, and we managed to get a test now.
Yeah.
And then what happened? How many lessons we had? We had about 10 hours or so.
Yeah, we did about 10 before lockdown.
Lockdown. Okay.
And then
we had that massive gap.
Yeah, massive gap.
Of no lessons.
Yeah, and then 10 after.
10 after. Okay.
Yeah.
So as soon as lockdown finished, so I think you were in the first week we started taking driving
straight
lessons.
away. Yeah.
And from what I remember, it was quite bad, wasn't it? You're quite
Yeah, initially I was really rusty again. Yeah.
very rusty.
I
And
hadn't driven in months.
and that happens. It's quite normal because you haven't driven for so long. And but after like about 3 or 4 lessons, we started doing mock tests. And even the mock tests, the first few tests,
Yeah.
they were quite. You're making quite a lot of major force in my mock test, weren't you?
Yeah, there was the gear one. I didn't. That was in the one that you recorded. I was in second gear trying to move off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Okay.
some other issues in the other ones. Yeah.
So anyway, so then we went to the test today. Tell us about the experience of the test. What exactly happened in the test?
The test actually itself wasn't too bad. It was
It was at 10:04.
Yeah, 10
So after peak time, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, the roads were a little bit busy, but not as much as when we were practicing at 9.
Okay.
But yeah, mainly it was dual carriageways, smaller roads and kind of stuff. There was not really any big roundabouts.
All right.
A lot of small ones.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, to be honest. Like
The route was quite nice. You're
the
saying.
route was decent, very decent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a lot of traffic on the roads.
It was a mix. Like some areas had more, some areas had less.
Yeah.
It depended like whereabouts I was.
Okay.
But it's just a case of like making sure you slow down, make sure you give people space to come through and all that kind of stuff.
So you didn't do any big roundabouts. That's what you're trying to say.
Nah, I didn't do
So you're very fortunate, you could say.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Even though you can actually drive a roundabout, you're
yeah.
quite good at it.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
And what questions did you get asked?
So initially, before we jumped in the car, he asked me how to check the brake lights work.
Yeah. Tell the viewers how to
obviously,
do it.
if you want
Let's see if you get it right.
step
Pressure
on the
right.
brake.
This is pressure.
step on the brake, and if you probably would want to be like near a window, or a wall, or like a door or something to see the reflection.
Okay,
if not, ask for Han to go and check.
Cool. And then what's the other question? Did you ask her while you were driving?
Yeah, so he was like, how do you do the back cleaning the window?
Yeah.
So just push it this way on
Push
this,
it out.
on this car,
Okay, cool. What else? Maneuvers?
Parallel park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
How did that go?
Yeah, that was fine. It was nice space.
Did you have to correct it or you got it done first time?
I corrected it a little bit, but I just for myself more than anything. I think it would have passed.
Yeah.
But I just thought, let me just slightly correct it.
Okay.
Because and plus I was on a drain lid, like the metal graters.
Oh, the drain part.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's
Yeah,
not
it's
a
fine,
problem,
but yeah.
Okay. What else? Sat nav. Tell us about the sat nav.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. I was following it fine, and then I missed the turning.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I was. I don't know what happened there. I think I was just a bit like hot and sweaty.
Well, so what happened? You meant to go where? Left or
Turn
right?
left, yeah.
And what
then,
did you do? You went
basically,
straight?
there was 2 sets of lights, right?
Yeah.
So I thought the left was on the second set of lights. But it was actually on the first set.
Okay.
So I missed that.
And what happened in that situation?
Like, and he just said, okay, follow my direction now. And then we went on the second left that was afterwards.
Yeah.
And then it just carried on. It was an extra couple minutes, so it was not a problem.
Okay. You were actually the last person to get back in the test.
Yeah.
So your test was about 45 minutes, and that's probably why you went the wrong way.
It feels like it was about 15-20 minutes, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
It don't feel long at
That's
all.
purely because you do 2-hour sessions.
Yeah.
So when you do driving lessons and you do 2-hour sessions, it's like doing like bench pressing, maybe 150 kg, like my boy, here, and then suddenly doing 10 now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's a bit like that. And finally, so when you got back to the test center, how did he break it to you? You just
Straight away, he's just like, I'm happy to say you've passed.
Yeah.
And then he's like, there are a few. Obviously, he gave me the list of like kind of
mistakes.
Yeah, so
Minor faults.
minor
What were
faults. So
they?
mainly like hesitancy. He said, he's like, you need a bit more confidence. Certain like certain situations, you know what you're doing. So, and it's like sometimes like your gearing might be a little bit off, but it's like you corrected it. Yeah, so
okay.
So there was nothing major in those areas. So he said, just keep practicing. Basically,
Okay.
He even told me, just keep.
Keep practicing. Basically, so when you pass your driving test, obviously for someone you have about 20 hours, 30, maximum say 30. If you go to DVSA's website, they actually say do 40. So 40 hours of driving lessons compared to a lifelong experience. Someone like ourselves. Obviously we're a lot better in terms of driving and our ability to make decisions and make decisions quickly and sharp. So obviously when you pass now that you pass, when you get yourself a car, it's going to be dangerous on the road because you'll be by yourself now. You won't be with someone sitting next to you helping you out. So obviously get yourself a car and be a bit cautious, be safe. If you can, maybe the first few journeys drive with someone in the car. And also the test itself, what were the road users like?
There were a few annoying road users.
Why is that?
One decided he wanted to overtake me on a roundabout, so he went the wrong way. He went the wrong way on the roundabout.
We have to go this way.
Yeah, he went on the right.
Serious?
Yeah, just to overtake me.
Small one or big roundabout?
Small roundabout as well. Yeah.
So he went behind you.
Yeah.
What did the examiner say?
He didn't say anything. And then there was a van driver behind me. He was beeping me, even though I was going the speed limit on the actual road back towards the test center. So on
the way back.
Yeah, he was behind me, like beeping me.
How's that feel? Nerve-wracking.
It's a bit nerve-wracking, but you just gotta stick with what you're doing because you're doing the speed limit, and that's what they want to see in the test. If you try like speed up or try and move away, then they're gonna know like.
So that's the thing when you're doing your test, is that mentality, the thought process, which we tell our students is, don't think about. I mean, obviously you have to think about other drivers, but if they're horning at you and you're doing the correct thing, don't take it too hard. Like yourself, you just stayed firm with your belief that you're doing the right thing. Of course, maybe you were slow, innit? You do have to check your speedometer, make sure, and the speed of the road, make sure you're doing the correct things. But someone's horning at you doesn't necessarily mean that you're in the wrong. Any last few tips for viewers out there for their driving tests or lessons?
Just stay calm.
You're quite nervous, innit? You're sweating, you're telling me.
Yeah, I was sweating because it's hot as well today. So try book it when it's a bit cooler, but you never know, innit? Like. But just stay calm. Cool. Even if you think you've messed up, like I a few points I thought like, I failed, but even the examiner was just like, yeah, stay cool, it's good. Even he was a bit encouraging. So
okay, man. So that's another thing. Some of the examiners are quite safe like that. They're quite like polite. Some are a bit firm. Some don't even give a crap, man. So we got a really nice examiner, nice route. Few bad drivers on the road horning at you, but you stayed firm, you stayed strong, and your belief in how to drive. And I'm happy for you, man. I'm gonna see you on the road now.
Come on.